The Overlook Hotel closed for the winter of 1980. The guests left, the staff packed up. And by the time the first heavy snow arrived, the building was completely alone. At least, that's what everyone believed. High in the mountains, the hotel stood buried beneath layers of snow and ice. The wind howled across the frozen landscape, rattling the windows like restless fingers trying to get inside. Inside the empty ballroom, a single lamp glowed, and beneath that dim light sat a man named Jack. The only sound in the entire hotel was the steady rhythm of a typewriter. Clack, clack, clack. Jack sat hunched over the desk, staring at the page in front of him as his fingers struck the keys again and again. When he finally stopped typing, the room fell silent. He pulled the paper from the machine. Across the page were the words he had just written. All work and no rest makes the night come closer. Jack frowned. He didn't remember typing that sentence. He reached for the next page. The exact same sentence stared back at him. He flipped through the stack, page after page after page, all the same words. All work and no rest makes the night come closer. Hundreds of identical sheets covered the floor around the desk like strange white snow. Jack slowly pushed back his chair. That's when he heard it. A sound from somewhere down the hallway, a door opening. Jack froze. The hotel was supposed to be empty. Slowly he stepped into the corridor. The lights above flickered weakly as he walked forward. The long carpeted hallway stretched into darkness, swallowing the sound of his footsteps. Halfway down the corridor, he saw it. One door was open, room 217. A thin stream of cold air drifted from the doorway. Jack approached carefully. Inside the room, the curtains moved gently, swaying as if someone had just stepped away from the window. The room itself was silent, too silent. Jack moved toward the bathroom. He pushed the door open. The light flickered once before settling into a dull yellow glow. The mirror above the sink was covered in fog, and someone had written something in the condensation. 3 words, "You are not alone." Jack stared at the message. Behind him, the shower curtain slowly began to move. He turned around quickly. Nothing. Just the quiet bathroom and the faint sound of dripping water. Then the pipes inside the walls groaned. At first, Jack thought it was just the wind moving through the old building, but then he heard it again, whispering. Not one voice, many. Soft voices murmuring from somewhere inside the walls of the hotel. Jack leaned closer to the wall, pressing his ear against the cold surface. The whispers grew louder, and suddenly, every voice spoke at once. "You were always meant to come here." At that exact moment, every light in the hallway went out. Darkness swallowed the hotel. Only pale moonlight from the snow outside spilled through the windows. Jack slowly stepped back into the corridor. At the far end of the hallway, something was standing there. A tall silhouette, perfectly still, watching him. The figure didn't move, but the whispers in the walls had stopped, as if the entire hotel was holding its breath. Jack took one slow step backward. The figure stepped forward. Moonlight finally touched its face. And that's when Jack realized something horrifying. The figure at the end of the hallway looked exactly like him, and in its hands, it was holding an axe. If you enjoy dark stories like this one, make sure you subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss the next story. Because some places don't stay empty forever, and some hotels never really close.